Right, hello everyone. 12 Man Football here, back again with another video. I'm here with Darin and Harley. We were going to talk about how crap things are going with the European Super League. And about half an hour ago, it got announced that they're basically disbanding it and it's not happening. So you might be thinking, what's the point in the video? But it's been a whirlwind few days. We'll talk about it anyway. And I think everyone just thought it was the death of football. I mean, Harley, I don't know what your thoughts are about it.
Well, you guys got a WhatsApp voice note, and you heard my thoughts on it. So, it's been a bit whirlwind, like you say. It's been a mad week of football, really. 24 hours, 48 hours. Obviously, you've had teams pulling out of this competition. Now you've had protests. Weird, a lot of things going on. Obviously, Spurs sacked Mourinho as well. Just mad, isn't it? Really. No, I think it's a disgrace. The whole concept of it, just completely taking away the traditions of football. Really, promotion, relegations, the Champions League as well, which has been diminished or kind of diminished during all of this. I just think it's a joke, mate. Really, in all honesty, and yeah, I'm glad it's over, but I don't know if it's the end of it. To be honest, we wait and see.
No, I don't know. I don't know whether it'll be they've said no for now, but once people think it's died down, they'll just jump back up in the air and be in her face again and want to do it. I think I touched on it in the other one. I mean, Florentino Perez came out, didn't he? And he was like, we're in millions of debt and this is the way to save our club and save football. And I'm like, no one has said to him, oh, you've got to pay each of your players 300 grand a week. They've chosen to do that. I mean, if you can't afford it, you can't afford it. I know that you're Real Madrid. Well, they are probably the biggest club in the world on history and on recent as well. I just don't understand. That really wound me up, I think, because I didn't mention Gareth Bale's name, but I said he's sitting in North London, he's on loan, and he's more interested in playing golf and playing for Wales than he has been in Madrid in the last 3 or 4 seasons. And they're still paying him nearly 400 grand a week. So that's his problem, really. And if getting rid of all their history and going straight into a new league overnight, which ruins his players' careers, basically, internationally and domestically, then I'd tell him to shove it where the sun don't shine, to be honest, if I was Dan or any of his players. But I've got to try not to swear in this. We all have. I struggled with that earlier, but I'll let you two talk for a minute. I'll shut up. So,
Yeah. Go on, Darin, mate. What are your thoughts on this, mate? Let loose.
Well, obviously, I'm talking from a neutral perspective because obviously I've no support. I don't support anyone from England. Thank God, because it's basically, let's just say, basically just money. It's from what I've seen Monday morning when I woke up. When I seen that on Instagram, I was like, all right, okay, this is a bit of a dream. Gonna go back to sleep for an extra half hour. Wake up, I was put the TV on. I'm like, I give up. Honestly, I don't understand. I was absolutely speechless. I had the TV on the whole day. Wanted to see what happened. I was like, honestly, I cannot believe this. This is the end. This is a disaster. And then the whole thing with Ellis Platten away days was saying this is not the end. Support your local club, which we posted that yesterday. And then tonight, with the whole thing with Ed Woodward stepping down. Honestly,
thank God he's gone. I'm sorry. I mean, I know I want, as a Liverpool fan, and it's a bit of a crap time to be admitting that you are one and speaking about it, but, I know a couple of Man United fans. I'm quite close to a couple of Man United fans, and they hate him and they've wanted him. They blame him for all their problems, and rightfully so, because he's proven it, hasn't he? Everyone's been saying for years, he's in it for money and he's only in it for money. And he's proven it, because as soon as he doesn't get what he wants and he doesn't get the money he wants, he's just jacked his job in and see you later.
Yeah, exactly. But what I did see is that obviously the Real Madrid president, he was saying something regarding about oh, what 16-25-year-olds doing? They're not really interested in football, so let's gas it up a wee bit. Actually, they are interested. The thing is that you're just changing it for yourself. They're in £900 million debt. There's a reason for it. And why would you go put beside a stadium, build a brand new stadium for it, go like reconstruct the Bernabeu? If you've got that money, why spend like put 400 million to Gareth Bale? Sell him off. That's 400 grand a week. You've got less in your bank. It's like, I don't understand that.
No, you're right, Darren. And it's just all these clubs are greedy. Very disappointed in the English clubs as well. Like, they know the tradition of the game over here in England. Obviously, Liverpool. I'm interested to see the backlash of it as well, because obviously Liverpool, Man United, the Glazers, they're trying to make it like an NBA type franchise thing, and I thought it's just a load of rubbish. And it's like, it goes against everything like we all know football for. And it's interesting. I'm interested to see the backlash of it. What do you boys reckon? Do you reckon there'll be more protests and things like that for owners out and stuff like
that? I think it's just a start. I mean, I think it will be.
I agree.
I think people will think, well, we've managed. I don't think it's a negative, but I think football fans will be thinking, well, we've stopped this. Why can't we stop? Like the increase in ticket prices, all the other stuff, which is like, it's just ridiculous, isn't it? I mean, I was saying the other day, it's all, like the Americans and the American owners. I mean, at City, you've got the Arabs as well. The sheikhs. I don't know. I mean, like, there's Daniel Levy at Tottenham, isn't he? But to me, he's a psycho anyway. He's got that look about him. He just doesn't. I bet Pochettino, when Mourinho got sacked, was sitting there rubbing his hands when he heard about this, because he thought, I'm in at PSG. I'm at a bigger club than Spurs, and I haven't got to put up with all this crap.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Mourinho seemed to not really give that much of a care in the world that he'd gone. I think it just proves, though, that it's more of a business now than a sport. I mean, I don't know whether them clubs are going to be thinking, look, we've given you what you want, we've backed out, we're back to normal. That they're going to think everyone's going to be like, all right, then, no problem. We'll forget about it. Because I don't think that'll happen. I think that,
From what I'm thinking is that it's like, right, so a European Super League, right? But Liverpool have won their first title since the start of the Premier League. Manchester United have not won a title since they've been with Sir Alex. Man City have only won titles because of money. I'm like, same in Italy. When was the last time Inter Milan? When was the last time AC Milan? Or when was the last time Juventus won a Champions League title? Real Madrid have been okay. They've been a hit and miss. But then you get Barcelona that have been absolute disaster in the Champions League. It's like, I'm like, how is this a Super League if they're Super Leagues?
There's no PSG or Bayern Munich at the moment. There isn't a Super League, is there?
I was watching.
I was thinking that if the French and the Germans aren't in it, and there's 12 teams and half of them are English, then like there was supposed to be 8 more clubs. Who are they going to be? I mean, I know I said to you, would it be a shocking revelation and we'll find out Celtic and Rangers are 2 of those teams?
Yeah.
Or like, I mean, I thought of Ajax just because all those teams have got massive new stadiums. I mean,
I think Porto were linked with it, but they turned it down, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean, I was going to put up a post, but I didn't think I needed to. I mean, I think I said it in the last video, but we haven't really heard anything out of PSG, but out of both the German clubs, Bayern, Dortmund, and Porto, to just come out straight away and be like, "No, we're not interested."
Yeah,
you can shut it basically.
From from a Celtic, there's a Celtic fan, a YouTube Celtic fan that I follow called Ryan118, and he says that it's just absolutely shambolic. It's an absolute disgrace that they've actually decided to get to this, and how they've decided to just change the whole format. Because, as in my perspective, the Champions League is what you want to be, where you want to be. For example, like top 4, you get Arsenal, Chelsea, well, let's say Man City, Man United, Liverpool, Tottenham. That's the normal top four. Normally, four up here. Celtic, if they get into the Champions League, that's huge. But the top four are going to be guaranteed. It's not going to, let's say, like if Celtic plays PSG, that's a money maker for Celtic. And the thing is, I've seen that. It's an absolute incredible atmosphere. And the thing is, if this went ahead, who would Celtic be playing? Would they be playing Randers FC of Denmark?
In the champion, yeah.
I'm like, how is this not going? It doesn't make sense, because the thing is that the champions, half the Super League is not even champions. Like, it's all just down to just greed, just down to money. Because the thing is, I was watching Sky Sports News earlier, and I've got it on just now. Chelsea, they says fans, not customers. That was the sign outside Stamford Bridge. And also Manchester United player Marcus Rashford had a even
the Butsby quote,
that Butsby thing. Exact same thing. How do you think Bill Shankly? How do you think Jock Stein? How do you think all these legends of the game in the UK, even around the world, how do you think they would feel?
Yeah,
people.
I know what you mean. I was watching it last night. I saw the highlights of Monday Night Football, and I think if you watch it back or you watched it live, I don't think you can add anything to what Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher said on there. And I think Jurgen Klopp came out, and I know he's given some pretty shocking and laughable interviews this year, but I think he came out and just threw the owners straight under the bus, if I'm honest. Yeah. And I think a lot of people thought, I thought when Mourinho went, it shows that you can't really hate on the managers and the players of the club. Like, you can't be sitting there going, I'm disappointed in like my manager and my players and that, because none of them, from what I've seen, none of them had even been like had it discussed with them. They just, it was just the owners saying, right, yeah, we agree to that. We won't tell any of them. And before they know it, they're not allowed to play for their countries anymore. I think it was Mesut Ozil, wasn't it? Said, you grow up wanting to play in the World Cup and play in the Champions League. You don't grow up wanting to play in a 20-team Super League that's been dreamt up overnight by a bunch of billionaires. I think that proves it. But like I said, it's sort of been confirmed that it's not most likely not going to happen now. They've all sort of like buckled under pressure, I guess, and realised that football is nothing without fans. But I know that's sort of like a victory in a way for football fans, as if to say, look, just take that and shove it. But it should never have had to get to the stage, in my opinion, it should never get to the stage where football fans should have to stand up and fight for having to watch their own team play football in their own country. I just don't agree with that at all. But I do agree with the fact that, especially with the whole COVID thing going on worldwide in this country and everything, you should go out and support your local club. Even if your local club's in the Championship. Even say your local team's Watford. I know they might be going up, or Norwich, they're going up. Go and support them, because they're not going to go up to the Premier League and all of a sudden be like, hold on, wait a minute. We've won the Championship. We want to be in this Super League, are they? Because it's just not going to happen. You're right. Yeah, you're okay. Yeah, you got your Clyde shirt on.
My team. Exactly. The thing is, my local team, Clyde, they just won tonight, and they're 8th in the Scottish League One. So the thing is that it's not like they're going to go and join a Super League. They can't. They can't. Their best player is a former Dundee United player who used to play for Scotland as well. So there's no. It's not like. The thing is, I'm not really that bothered. I've just got this, and then I've got Celtic as well. I'm like, I don't care.
We've got Ipswich, haven't we, Harley?
Yeah.
I know we haven't scored a goal in about 6 months, but
this is the thing. There, so. Like you say with local clubs, this is the thing. Like you believe, like if you're a small club, whatever, big club, you always have that hope of like you're going to do something this season, or you're going to do something next season. With that Super League, the whole context of that, no relegations, 12 teams just automatically qualify. It defeats everything in football, doesn't it? So no, we need.
And also the founding member. Sorry, the founding member cannot get relegated, so Arsenal basically would be automatically still in it, even though they'd probably finish rock bottom with no points.
Yeah, exactly.
Arsenal. That's the thing. I spoke to a Spurs fan yesterday, and he was like, "I don't really, as much as I love Tottenham, I don't want to be seeing them getting absolutely battered by Juventus and Real Madrid and Man City 5-6-0 every single game we play." I mean, I know the other thing that I didn't get about it was that they still wanted to participate, didn't they, in their leagues, and then just do this midweek. But if they're getting, what was it, paid nearly 500 million to do
some fair advantage, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, like, you got teams like, I've used them a lot when I've talked to people, but like Leeds. And I know a lot of people will be thinking, oh, I hate Leeds. And I don't love Leeds, but Leeds have come up and I don't like Marcelo Bielsa, but it doesn't matter who he's playing against. He plays against Burnley or he plays against Man City. He plays the same way. And what are they, 8th or 9th? They're mid-table, aren't they? I mean, they've scratched and clawed and worked really hard. They've got that really close to Europe, and then you're going to say, here's your £50 million transfer budget, but all these top 6 clubs have got an extra £500 million over them, plus a bigger budget to start off with. I mean, it's just going to be a bigger and bigger gap, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's like they already are big enough clubs as they are. They already make the money from the merchandise, the TV revenue. I think they get a lot of that money anyway, don't they? So just like you say, it's making the rich richer and the poorer poorer and whatever.
Well, football kits are 70 quid each when they're released now. More expensive in some ways. So you think you fill a stadium with 100,000 people and you sell kits at 70. Not kids, that's really dodgy. Kits at £70 each. Like, think of the money you're making just through that.
But like you boys were saying, do you think football is now for the elitists and like for the people with money now? It's not a working class game anymore. Do you agree with that?
I agree. I 100% agree. I've just found something from Sky Sports. They tweeted 2 days ago. It was breaking news at the time that European Super League clubs will receive $3.5 billion payment just to show up. I'm like, any team, Clyde, Celtic, Ipswich, any team like that would be lucky to even get at least probably half of that just to show up. I'm like, what are you going to... No disrespect to Scott McTominay. He's a good player for Scotland, but I'm like, I'm sorry, but would he actually want to just show up and get like probably 400 grand, pull up to Hampden Park for the international break in his big brand new car, his Porsche? Yeah. I'm like, go play in China, go play for Man City.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The other thing is like Spurs and Arsenal. I'm not well, I am singling them out because, let's face it, I said to you before we came on, Tottenham haven't won a league for I don't know how long. Leicester won the league like 6 years ago, was it now? Surely Leicester should be... I know they don't want to, but if you're talking about Big Six, surely Leicester should be in there at the Spurs.
Yeah, I would say Everton as well, like from what Carlo Ancelotti's done as well.
Yeah, well, yeah. I don't know. It's just one of them things. I think everyone's been angry about it. But hopefully, with the announcement tonight that they've met up and they have completely gone against it, it won't be so much of a problem, I guess. And it won't be... I mean, how many more sackings and resignations are you going to see? I don't think it'll be the end of it. I think there's going to be a long, long summer now with fans wanting their owners out of their clubs, wanting...
Well, if you listen to Perez, the Real Madrid owner, whatever, chairman, he's very adamant that it's going to go through still, I think. I've seen a lot of quotes from him saying some really bizarre things about football matches should be shorter than 90 minutes. I don't know if you lads have seen that. He said something about we should be like 60-minute games or something like that. Like young people are bored and stuff like that. It's just a load of rubbish, really. It's just trying to...
Maybe in Spain, where it's the football's slow as hell, and there's only. Well, I mean, I know Atletico have come through this year, but that's because Barcelona and Real Madrid is basically an old people's home now. But
yeah,
maybe they're getting bored of watching Spanish football because it's the same 3 teams every year. And I know people will be thinking, yeah, but the English game's boring sometimes. It's still the most enjoyable. You don't know where teams are going to finish. I mean, look at this season. Liverpool walked it by about 30 points last season. Now they're sitting down in 7th from West Ham pushing for Champions League. I think if you said West Ham will finish being the top 4 with 6 games to go, like at the start of the season, everyone would have laughed. Yeah, but it's happening, which makes it more enjoyable. But and as far as him saying they're still going to go through, I'm sorry, but if he gets 10 votes to 2 or 11 votes to 1, it's not going to happen, is it? So
exactly. Because I'll just butt him. Sorry. The other thing is, Real Madrid fans must be the most toxic bunch of fans in world football. I mean, they signed Hazard, didn't they? And all their fans are sitting behind him chanting Mbappe's name because they wanted him instead. Like, sorry, sorry. While we're on this, there's just been some breaking news. Actually, so Manchester City have confirmed that they have formally enhanced the procedures to withdraw from the European Super League. 100% breaking news just there.
What do you guys think these owners were thinking? How this news would react on that? Because they've just had an absolute mare, haven't they? Really, all these people, these rich or whatever oligarchs and whatever, these rich men just all talk. Do you reckon they all had Zoom calls months beforehand to organise this all? Yeah.
Well, it's been in talks for years, isn't it? I mean, I saw you sent me a quote from Klopp 2 years ago saying that the chance of it never happening, he completely disagrees with it, and that was in 2018.
Yeah.
So there's obviously been rumours about it and it's been talked about, and they've probably thought that, fans will love to see it. And I know there's been talk of the Champions League structure being overhauled, but I think, and I know it got overhauled in was it 1990 or something, or 92? I don't know when it was. Got changed, didn't it? But there's a difference between changing the structure of the Champions League and completely just wiping it from history and removing all the championships and just creating your own league to benefit yourselves. We could go on about it all night, I think.
But, I think it's one of those topics.
Actually,
there's one of your there's your breaking news about Man City leaving it. I mean, I wonder how many will pull out overnight and pull out tomorrow morning and over the next few days. And I'm just going to make it. I think all the English clubs will drop out first.
Right, of course. Yeah.
I think the Spanish ones will be last because Perez has probably bribed them to do it in the first place.
I think the Spanish clubs are desperate for it, really, aren't they? I think everywhere. I think obviously the English. I think really they all want the English clubs to be involved in it, don't they? Because there's obviously 6 clubs involved in it. But I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, I suppose it's good way of paying off their debts, isn't it? So
yeah, getting that money. Yeah, it's all money driven. The world's all money driven, mate.
Yeah. Yep. On that note, anyway, we'll call an end to it. And yeah, the video will be up. And if you dislike it, you dislike our opinions. But it's just our opinions at the end of the day. It's not facts. But thanks, boys, for coming on, and we'll do another video soon.
Thanks for having me on, Liam, mate.
Cheers.